And welcome to the Spoiler Kings today. And you see this one king missing, guys. You got me, Brian the Grizzly. You got Brandman Brandon over there. And our fearless leader, Tank, is not here with us. This thing has been coming for a long time. And it actually happened today. He's finally going to the hospital. So on the start the show, first thing we say is good luck. He and Erica are definitely about to embark on a great adventure, and I cannot wait to see how everything goes. And yeah, nothing but blessings and good luck to you guys.
Definitely so much luck and goodwill to our boy Tank. If anyone wants to express that in the comments section, feel free. But you know, much
This
love to our boy Tank. That's wonderful.
and today, of course, so I was the first time we hadn't run this in a long time, and I was like, I started. Me and Tank both started. Did our own starts to the show, and I deleted his and mine at the same time, so that's why we had to restart it. So I apologize for all the
Yeah.
confusion. But thank you guys for coming and paying attention. And we're going to review these things, and this will be an adventure for both of us. So good luck, and let's go.
Let's do this.
All right, so I guess we're not gonna waste any time. We're gonna jump right into She-Hulk. So I'm going to do a topic transition right now. So here we go. And welcome to the Spoiler Kings, guys. I'm Brian Waller, Brian the Grizzly, and this is Brandman Brandon. We're here to review. First off, we're going to review She-Hulk. So that's going to be our first one today. How you doing, Brandon?
I'm doing great, man. Just wow, just a busy week. Work like the second half of the week, work wise, has just been crazy busy, which couldn't have happened at a more appropriate time because I'm, just leaving the country in
Yeah, you
friggin' two
leaving,
days.
going to England in 2 days. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
going to England in 2 days. I've always wanted to go there, so very, very excited for that. Hopefully, I'm gonna try really, really hard despite the time zones and the inevitable jet lag, since this will be my first time traveling internationally in 4 years. So I'm hoping the jet lag doesn't get me too bad. Uh, just I'm just gonna power through, man. I'm just gonna power through and do what needs to be done, and hopefully finish up the last of my packing before I go to bed tonight. And yeah, so
Way to
I'll have
go.
a smooth-ish run of it tomorrow.
See, the key is we just need
Just
to
get to
make sure
bed
that
right
you don't
after work.
turn into a werewolf before you leave, and there's an American werewolf in England, in London.
In
You don't need
England,
that. You know,
yes,
we really don't need that.
yes.
And don't go to
It's
Paris because we don't want to deal with that sequels of that
we
either.
don't.
So we
No,
need
definitely
that.
not. And I promise, man, if I find myself in London or in the English countryside, I promise I will stay away from any bars called the Slaughtered Lamb. I will stay away from the Slaughtered Lamb. I will do that. And if I find myself just in the countryside for whatever reason, I will stick to the road. I will keep off the moors, and I will beware the moon.
That's all we ask. So you better go see a real international football match. The only way to experience England. I
Okay,
agree.
I could
That's
do
going to
that.
be something that's going to be unbelievable. You see people going crazy, having the jerseys, and just that's real fanatics. Forget what we see in our
Oh,
American football.
I'll take any tips I can get. I figured that the football was a thing. You see all the touristy stuff. Just I don't know if I need to get fish and chips or bangers and mash or anything like that. Um, but this will be my first time out there. I'm very, very excited, and yeah, yeah,
Hey, and
it's
then
gonna
if you're
yeah.
out there and we do a broadcast, that'll be our first international broadcast. Yes,
It'll be yeah. So that's why I'm hoping I can just power through and do what needs to be done to get here.
that's awesome. All right, so we're gonna talk
Yeah.
about episode 3 of She-Hulk. Uh,
Mhm.
so what did you think about it, Brandon?
Oh, same like usual. Just like the first two episodes, I had a lot of fun watching it. Um, the fourth wall breaks are hilarious. Tatiana Maslany is just so great and just so charming to watch. like I said many times, she was the reason I wanted to. She was my main draw for the show. She was my selling point. Always liked her as an actress. But anyway, I
So
could
if
go on
she's
about
your,
that all day.
let me ask you that question though. So if she's your attraction to this whole episode, to the whole series, do you like it more when she's herself or when she's She-Hulk?
I think it's a good balance. I really like her as Jennifer Walters, probably because we're seeing a little more of her as Walters. Um, and it's so interesting because I'm really used to her serious roles, like Perry Mason or that movie Stronger she was in with Jake Gyllenhaal, or like the main one that really got me into her as an actress, which was Orphan Black.
Yeah, Orphan Black.
Um,
That's the big thing for her. Yeah.
yeah, or Orphan Black was just amazing. I'm still to this day, I would have sat through 20 seasons of that.
Almost did.
But right, yeah, but yeah. So I think I kind of like her more as Jennifer Walters, just because we're kind of I think she really, if she didn't she already showed range in Orphan Black, but really just kind of flexing her awkward comedic chops is just a lot of fun to watch. And like I said, I only say that because we haven't seen like a whole lot of her as She-Hulk.
I think that's where
Or
we're going to get more now. I believe the
yeah,
first three did introduce you to Jennifer Walters a little bit more, and now
yeah,
she's going to be more accepting of who she is, being a Hulk. And that's kind of what Blansky said. Control the narrative. You want to control it.
yeah,
Why not? If they're gonna write about you anyway, why not control the narrative? Why not be part of it? And I think that's what she's going to see, and that's what we're going to see with the rest of the series. Her deciding to be part of the story and doing it her way.
definitely. Hence that final shot of her looking at her reflection in the car window.
Yep.
So I think they're really going to run with that.
All right. So
But
this episode
yeah.
specifically,
Mhm.
what were the things that you really liked about it?
Blonsky was fun to watch. Blonsky was so entertaining to watch.
And his
How
8
he's just gone from
soulmates.
his 8 soulmates. I love where they went with him. He's just because originally we saw this no nonsense, hard ass, almost instigating career military man in the Incredible Hulk movie. So when they say prison changes a man, either it's that, or it's just a facade or a front that he's putting up. But I'm curious to see where they go with him, and I'm feeling like he's inevitably going to be a member of the Thunderbolts in a couple years. So I'm wondering if they're gonna drop hints for that, or just where they're gonna go with him. But it was cool seeing him as Abomination in a more comic accurate form, and we get the confirmation that he can talk in his Abomination form.
Yeah, that's what he was like. Yeah, no, I'm cool, guys. It was
I'm cool.
Abomination. It's crazy. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that was
I
fun.
feel like that's the real Tim Roth that we saw.
That's the real Tim Roth for sure. So many actors, are just the opposite versions of the characters that they usually play. And Tim Roth, more often than not, has always played like a hard ass or like a no nonsense type dude. And I bet, yeah, I agree with Andy with what Andy's saying. I don't think it would be too much of a stretch if he's actually like his Blonsky counterpart in this episode in real life, just more or less a hippie.
What did you think about Wong? Or
Wong was
here's a
cool.
good question. No, what did you think about the way they got the message to Wong? Her assistant.
That was funny.
Sent a picture of her with books. So
Yeah, a third
I'll
strap
give
of her
it
with books, and that's what drew him in. That was funny. I know a lot of people might think it's cheesy, but I kind of feel like it going into that more kind of jokey and softer side, it just makes the characters kind of feel more dimensional. Just more layered.
It reminds me more of Thor, like Thor, not Ragnarok. The first time you saw it, it gave a character who's all powerful more dimensions, to meet more understanding of who he is, and actually have some have a character, have some emotions behind him, have uh, a more well-rounded person, and instead of just a
Definitely.
superhero, unbelievable with all these
Mm,
powers, and they still go through things. Gives that
definitely.
we have some comedy with it. You can see some more
Definitely.
emotions. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I'd say Ragnarok and Infinity War for me was like peak Thor. That was to those to me were where his characterization was at its best to me.
Infinity War. I love
Uh,
Infinity War. Fat Thor is,
mhm,
is just unbelievable. So I think I like Fat Thor more. So
mhm.
Endgame is probably my favorite Thor.
Yeah, just kind of seeing kind of his character arc in that, and it did kind of, I don't want to say come full circle with Thor, but it was an interesting route to go with him with that in Endgame. Just seeing him be a chubby alcoholic recluse.
All right, we gotta get the derpy saying. So the message from the show is trucking good and men bad. uh, you know, derpy saying that, but kind of. Well, I think it says like you're twerking fun, and men could be dicks. But I think that men could be well rounded too, because even her counterpart, the guy who represented
Mhm,
her friend, he was good. He was cool.
mhm.
The other lawyer was funny. And was thoughtful
Yeah.
too. So
Mhm.
guys could be both, just like women could be both, just like the elf, the magical elf.
Yeah. And even that opening scroll with like some of the incel energy, it was a combination of guys who were being incels, and then guys who were kind of advocating for her and on her side. So I can't really get behind this whole incel energy.
All I
I
can tell
can't
you
do
is
it.
this: the guy who looked at her and said, "I'll go." That's what I was
Yeah,
thinking the whole time.
I'll
I go.
smash.
That's fine.
Yeah.
It's like,
Mm,
oh, she's 6'7", 400 pounds.
mm,
I can swing that.
yeah. We all saw that we all saw that Futurama episode, right?
Exactly. Oh man, that's really good. What other things did
Yeah.
you like about the show? About this episode?
What else did I like about it? I liked that it. I like how they kind of went more into the expanded universe, with Asgardians, sorcerers, stuff like that. So that was kind of fun, and it did kind of raise a question at the end when she got attacked, and what they were trying, what those guys, because they were clearly trying to extract her blood or DNA.
Yep.
So I'm curious to see what that's all about.
Who do you think is the bad
And
guy?
I'm not sure. That's the thing. I'm not sure because I haven't really read up on too much of this on purpose.
Hmm.
So I'm not really sure who the bad guy could be, or what their or what their ultimate goal even is. What's the ultimate goal? Because it's so easy to kind of get absorbed into the fact that this is like a legal comedy, kind of a la Ally McBeal, that to where you could you lose track of that. Andy just said the Wrecking Crew. It might be them. Uh,
Yeah,
it's a good call. Yeah,
I think that is it.
I could see it being the Wrecking Crew. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, yeah, I'm not
Okay.
sure.
All right, then. How long before Matt Murdock? Because she said, she made a comment. She said,
Mhm,
we're not just doing all these cameos besides Bruce
mhm.
and Wong and Abomination. Like, it's every show there is another one who's like a cameo. Who's the next cameo?
Yeah, I'm thinking. I'm thinking if not this episode, maybe the episode after that, we'll finally see Murdoch.
You think Matt Murdock is either this one or next one? 5 or 6, Matt
Yeah,
Murdock?
one of the two.
Okay.
Yeah, one of the two. One of the two. I'm thinking he'll finally show up. And I'm looking forward to seeing more of the classic yellow and yellow and reddish maroon suit. That'll be cool to see. I'm just excited that we're getting Daredevil in the MCU. That's going to be dope, and they're bringing back Charlie Cox. So he's very much synonymous with the role at this point. So,
But that's what made me think that maybe the Wrecking Crew, the guys that are coming after her, that they were working for Kingpin. With being us knowing about Matt Murdock, knowing he's going to be in one of these episodes. I think the next episode, honestly. But I thought that those guys were probably working for Kingpin, trying to get her blood, trying to weaponize that. I thought Kingpin would be the main bad guy, for all the entire show. And that's how you bring Matt Murdock in. And then we can start looking at everybody, because now you hear that they're bringing back all the Marvel characters from Netflix.
Yeah, like all the street level type
Luke
characters,
Cage,
which is awesome.
And, Jessica Jones, and all of them are going to be coming back. So this might be this is how you do it. Kingpin is the main bad guy. You could let her bring all parts together. That's what her job is, to bring the movies, because we have a Hulk, bring the movies and the TV shows together. Now we have all going down one accord going down the street. So I think that's probably what's going to happen.
Which would make sense, especially with a lot of the upcoming Disney Plus material kind of dealing more street level with more street level, like Echo. We're getting Echo next year. Obviously Daredevil. He's going to be making more cameos potentially leading up to his show on Disney Plus.
His 18-episode show that's going to take 4 months to watch.
That's going to be amazing. I'm so excited for that. I'm so excited.
He's going to bring. Andy said, hopefully not Iron Fist.
Yeah. And if they
Matt Murdock could he could bring in Spider-Man. He could bring in everything from Hell's Kitchen, all the street level, heroes. You got She-Hulk, who brings in Bruce. I mean, it really brings everything in. It really makes it feel like everything that's going on in New York City is going to start making sense. But we're going to have so many characters that it's going to be easier to bring in X-Men. I really believe that all this is all because of that. I think that's all we're doing all these things to get X-Men.
Yeah. Speaking of which, when they finally reboot X-Men into the MCU, when they show the Marvel logo, I hope they do that.
They have to. There's no question.
They better. Just like Spider-Man Home. Yeah. Just like Spider-Man Homecoming did the Spider-Man theme music, they better do the same thing with X-Men.
They have to. I mean, come on. You hear that, you get goosebumps, and you want to go get a big bowl of cereal and ready to watch cartoons for the next hour and a half. It's just what it is.
Yep.
All right. Here's a question. Now, keeping us on focus, where's some parts that you didn't like?
I'd say the running gag with Megan Thee Stallion got a little old very fast.
You just got hate mail right now, right? I'm sure.
Let me finish. I'm saying that in terms of the name drops. The cameo itself was a lot of fun, but I think the constant name drops kind of building up to it. They could have eased up on that a little bit. One or two references to her would have been just fine, and then show her at the final episode or at the end of the episode, just like you did.
But seeing her in the courtroom was good too.
Seeing her in the courtroom was hilarious. I liked it, and I didn't mind the post credit singer with her and Jennifer twerking in the office. I didn't mind that as much as everyone else apparently seemed to. It gave me a chuckle. Maybe I'm just easy to tickle nowadays.
But then
But
again, I think when you understand the comics, understand who She-Hulk is in the comics, you
yeah,
understand that that's her personality. That's really
exactly.
now her personality. That's really what it is.
Yeah, because
It's
the
hard because
comics made
I don't think the comics would be acceptable nowadays because of the way everything is now. I don't know if they would have been able to write someone who's so very free and open and understanding her sexuality and you know
Mhm.
I don't know what else to say, but had sex with a lot of different people and was okay with it. It was very still empowering. I don't know what else to say it, but that's what she was. She was all those things.
Yeah. So I like that it's kind of embracing, particularly a lot of the She-Hulk comics of the 80s and 90s, that very light tongue-in-cheek type vibe, with her breaking the fourth wall, with, I'm pretty sure just we're going to go more into those things that you just mentioned, with her being more open uh, as we get further into the show.
Exactly. Which is it's what if you like the comics, you understand what She-Hulk is, that is what it is. It is fun.
Exactly.
It's
Mhm.
lighthearted. She's still a great character, but this is what she is. I mean,
Yeah.
she's a 29-year-old woman who's a lawyer in the big city.
Yeah.
Do whatever the hell she wants. You know,
Yeah. And like,
female
yeah. And,
empowerment
and
makes sense, and that's what it is.
yeah. And, you know, everyone kind of
That's
pissing and
American.
moaning about. And everyone kind of pissing and moaning about it. It's kind of disappointing to me that people, piss and moan as hard as they do, and then have the audacity to consider themselves fans. Like, pick up a comic book.
Yeah, but I
You
understand
know?
what fan means fanatic. So some people are going to go all the way to the left, some people go all the way to the right. And the truth is, being right down the middle is fine. And
Yeah.
doing these shows is justice is just fine. And I think at the end of this time, even though people don't like it. I mean, it's right now 88. It's getting an 88 overall. People are not loving the show. I love the show. I love the way they're doing it. I love the comedy. I love the breaking of the fourth wall. I think these things are important for a show that is this. This is exactly what we
Exactly.
have. This is what this is supposed to be. So I don't see any problems. But I'm not
Me
someone who's
neither.
going to have a lot of problems with these things. I don't have a problem with any other culture. I don't have any problems with any of it. I think all of it is legal. All of it is good storytelling, and we should enjoy all of it. Just like
Yeah,
Guardians of the
definitely.
Galaxy, like the poster you had back there, just like that. You
Yeah.
know, that's what it's fun.
Mhm. Yep. And yeah, I love the Guardians movies. By the way, I'm very excited for Volume 3. I'm so happy that James Gunn got reinstated to direct it after that whole ordeal years back.
I don't even want to go there because
But
I know we could talk about that forever. Because I love
we could
Guardians.
talk about that.
It might be
Me
my
too.
second favorite of all of them, Guardians.
Me
And I
too.
can't wait to see the Christmas
Me too.
special. So
The Christmas special is going to be fun. I'm very curious to see at least a trailer for their Halloween special. Apparently, it's going to be based on Werewolf by Night. So excited to see that. You know.
it's gonna be good. Okay,
But
so
yeah,
next,
yeah,
there you
yeah.
go. Hulk. What next week? What do you think to see? What are you expecting?
I'm expecting to see something more with a villain in particular and what their ultimate end game or agenda is. I think it's about high time, since we're hitting the midway mark of the show, that there's going to be a reveal in that regard. The question is just is who or what is it going to be?
Hmm.
Um, so I'm thinking that's probably my number one thing.
And he said, "As did not deserve to die a virgin," and then reinstated or uncanceled. Exactly. And that was what they're saying,
Well,
Brian. You fellas, do you realize that Disney Plus Day is next Thursday? Yes, I do. I actually something I'm going to talk about after we talk about the Samaritan and She-Hulk. Disney Plus Day. I think we're going to get a lot of reveals, and I think we're going to see something about Fantastic Four on Disney Plus Day. So, we'll talk about that
Me
in a
too.
little bit. So,
Yeah, we'll talk about that. Yeah,
yeah.
but yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking there's going to be some kind of reveal. I wouldn't be too surprised if they temporarily or even slightly tone down just kind of the lawyer aspect of it, just a little. That's still going to be in the that's still going to be a primary aspect. But I think they're gonna, whatever this reveal is going to be, because it's going to have to happen. I think they're going to give the lawyer stuff a rest for a
Okay.
little bit.
I don't know if they're
Yeah.
going to do that because with Matt Murdock coming in, but
Hmm.
I think that we're going to get something in the next episode about her enjoying being a celebrity, the celebrity of being
Yeah.
She-Hulk. You know,
Yeah.
finally being more accepting of who she is, and I think
Mhm.
us seeing the end scene thing with her twerking on Megan Thee Stallion, I think that's where we're going to get her enjoying being part of the story, enjoying some of it
Definitely.
instead of always worried about I'm hiding, just living it up. Her understand. We saw in the previews of her. Eventually, she's going to be a celebrity. I think this is when we're going to start seeing that celebrity come out and her
Mhm.
and really enjoying it and living it up. And then we'll get hit with the villain because she's become
Yep.
this bigger entity, and that's when we're going to get hit in the face with that villain thing. All right, our fearless leader has weighed in. Okay. I can't wait to see this episode from silly twerk to the call outs. So many people are mad as others laughing. I'm a laugher.
People have been big mad. I gotta, yeah. Even when I watched that episode after work earlier today, I was like, when they did those call outs, I'm like, oh, people are about to be mad.
We got Derpy saying, Tank, I'm time out. You're not for twerking on stream tonight. You're not. Tank is in the hospital. I don't know if you could twerk with the the nurses. I don't know if that's gonna be good at etiquette on the nursery floor. I don't know. There you go. Someone said She-Hulk, and Kevin Feige woke up and chose violence.
Oh yeah, yeah. They wanted all that smoke today.
Oh my goodness. Oh, if
Just
my baby is born tonight,
completely
I'll do
for
some
it.
twerking filter on them. Hey, Tank. Honestly, you should really pray and hope that your baby does come tonight, because I told you before, if the baby's not born by September 1st, you got to hold them out a full year for school. My daughter's born on September 3rd at 5 a.m. And yeah, we had to hold her out a whole year. And of course, she's my baby, so she's like 4'8", and she's in kindergarten. She's about to turn 6. So yeah, you want it to happen tonight, because if you get them on first, then you can get them into school early. So that's always cool. So it's fingers crossed, buddy. Good luck. We're all for that. All of us, Tank. And of course, Tank's thanks, Derpy.
Good luck, Tank. That's amazing.
Erica, I'm all for it. I'm just fingers crossed, hoping you guys everything goes perfect tonight. I am so excited for you. This is
Yeah,
like a highlight of our day. It's not even happening to me.
definitely. Hope it runs as smoothly and easily as possible,
And
Tank. That's
and I hope it's a boy. I
wonderful.
hope it's a boy, because I have 2 girls. You don't want that smoke. You don't want that love. That love. You can never look at your little girl and just look at her and look in her eyes, and then she got you. You lost no matter what.
Hmm.
She's gonna ask you for anything. The only thing you can do is go out at 2 o'clock in the morning and go get it. Because that's what's
Hmm.
gonna happen to me. Because I'm gonna go get all her little gifts for her classroom. So as we get off this show, because that's what Daddy has to do. Because it makes her happy, and that's all that matters.
That's great.
Such a
That's so
sap.
great.
Such a sap. It's terrible.
Well, you got to be in situations like this. This is our boy we're talking about here, who's
I cannot
about
wait.
to. Yeah, that's great.
Okay. So that's what we got for going next week. All right, so and to answer Andy, so we have 9 episodes. So we already been to 3. So that's why I say 4. You get the celebrity, right? And then maybe at the end of 4, the end scene is we start to get a silhouette of who the main villain is, and then 5, the main villain starts to actually affect her. She starts to realize it, and then at the end of 5, we get Matt Murdock, and then 6 comes gets back to the legal drama, and you get Matt Murdock and her in the courtroom, and them working together or working against each other, but still working together for stuff in a Hell's Kitchen. I
Yeah,
think
that
it's
was
gonna
going to
be
be my
like
next.
that.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question for you, but you pretty much answered it. If you thought, the Daredevil or Matt Murdock appearance was just going to be more than one, or if it's just going to be a one and done.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be like just how Hulk, Bruce Banner was the beginning. I think the end is gonna be Matt Murdock, and we're gonna focus on that,
I
and it's going to run right into his show.
I could see that. Yeah. Yes, so excited for Daredevil Born Again. I can't wait. 24 can't get here quickly enough for that. I'm so excited.
All right. You got anything else?
I'd say for She-Hulk, that was pretty much it. I was entertained. It delivered pretty much exactly what I was expecting. Oh, the other thing I'd say is the explanation for Wong breaking
Abomination out.
Blonsky out,
Yeah.
Abomination out. It was okay.
No,
It was okay.
It was, what I will say that we were waiting for Wong to show up in the episode, and she even said, "You're waiting for Wong. You gotta wait a little bit longer, whatever." But the fact that Wong was late was funny. Like,
Yeah,
he's in control of time. He could just turn back time, and still he comes late. And then the fact that
he
she
shows
was
up
just,
late. Yeah,
just kind of just tap dancing for everybody until he came in. That was good. And the fact that when they said, "Well, you committed all these crimes," and he was like, "Oh, really? I can't hear you. I'm in a different dimension," and just close the door, close the thing. I thought that was pretty good too. So
yeah.
those are all fun.
Wong is always fun to watch in that regard. Yeah,
He's the new Stan Lee. He's in every single thing. So
pretty much, yeah. More or less, I'd say more or less is more Stan Lee. Yeah.
that baby get out of the womb. We need Tank twerking content. Oh, no, seriously, good luck, Tank, and good for you, brother. We all for it. That's so awesome.
Yeah, that's terrific. But yeah, that's all I got when it comes to She-Hulk.
Yeah, I just can't wait to see it. I mean, I'm excited every week. I mean, we're doing these things. We're supposed to do this on Friday, but I have a meeting tomorrow. But I'm so excited for Fridays every week, to be able to talk about She-Hulk and watch the episodes because they're so entertaining. So I don't understand all the hate we're getting, but I love it. I'm enjoying it. So yeah.
Yep, I'm having a lot of fun with it.
All right,
a lot of fun with it.
Let's go to our next topic. Let's see if I can do this right. And welcome back to the Spoiler Kings. We are now going to talk about The Samaritan. I thought that was wonderful. I think what we're going to do is I'm going to pull up a little synopsis of it, and then we're going to just talk about, things we like, things we didn't like, and then we're going to give you guys just where it could go from here. So first thing, let me pull up The Samaritan, and I'm going to read you the little synopsis. All right. Samaritan is a 2022 American superhero film directed by Julius Avery and written by Bragi F. Schultz. Described as a dark, new take on superhero movies, the story was previously adapted into a mythos comic graphic novel by Schultz, Mark Olivant, and Renzo Podesta. So that's basically just telling us it's a dark movie. It's this. The Samaritan is there are two superhumans that are twins that were born. The Samaritan and Nemesis. Oh, okay. The Samaritan and Nemesis. They both lived in Granite City. Samaritan's the hero. Nemesis is the villain. Um, Samaritan tries to save everybody. Nemesis believes that people don't deserve to be saved. That's kind of what we get from everybody. What happens is Samaritan's winning. Eventually, Nemesis creates a weapon to beat Samaritan. So Nemesis and Samaritan are pretty much equal until Nemesis creates this big giant hammer. That gives Nemesis now the edge on Samaritan. Nemesis then lures Samaritan into this fiery, building, and when in the fiery building, it's the last time either one of them are seen. And it's thought that both Nemesis and Samaritan died in the building. And we get to today, and you see this little boy who's in love with the Samaritan. He's a huge fan, and he believes he's found the Samaritan. It's this old guy. Old guy doesn't believe that he's like, I'm not Samaritan, whatever. And then he gets hit by a car. And the little boy finds out that he is Samaritan, or he is one of the superheroes, and that's kind of where the movie takes us.
Yep, I think you pretty much summed it all up, man.
Yeah. So, what are some things that you liked about this so far?
And mind you, this is still pretty fresh in my mind because I had just been so bogged down that I kind of like speed watched it a little bit earlier today. But I'd say, well, they weren't lying when they said it's kind of like a darker take, at least from a visual standpoint. It's a very bleak, kind of grim looking movie, just in terms of the look of it was Granite City, right?
Yep, Granite City.
Yeah, so I like the look of it. It was, dare I say, kind of like a grounded take when it comes to superhero movies from a visual standpoint, which we've seen multiple times. But I appreciate that they went that route with it. Stallone, as always entertaining to watch. I have a hard time saying like he's the greatest actor per se, but he's always great to watch. He's always entertaining to watch, and this was no different. I liked the very basic concepts, with Samaritan and Nemesis, that sort of thing. It was very to the point. It doesn't waste any of your time, which I really appreciated. It was a good length, hour and 40 something minutes, which I think was good enough. So I think in those regards, it kept me entertained for the most part.
Okay. I'll say that this movie it was made to be on one of these streaming services.
Yeah, definitely.
It was not a movie that you're going to watch in the movie theater. It's a streaming service type of movie, and it's very obvious it's a graphic novel. Just the way it came, you kind of felt like it was watching Unbreakable. With not as good actors. It's just it's that type of film, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the little boy. I thought he was a really good actor. I enjoyed seeing the bad guy from Ender's Game in it.
Ender's Game.
Yeah, with the long nose. I enjoyed that.
They had him looking,
tattoos.
Yeah, they had him looking like Lil Pump in this.
And Stallone is they're very believable as a superhero. But what I loved about it was the twist. So as I'm watching it, I'm like, something is just not right. And you're watching because Stallone gets very angry, or when talking about the Samaritan, asking what happens. Here you go. I gotta give what Tank says. It was Rocky meets the boys.
It was Rocky. A lot of Rocky vibes in there, weren't there? A lot of Rocky vibes, even at the kid training and shadow boxing on the roof.
Exactly. It's not that bad, Derpy. It was kind of fun. Not only was it fun, I started to realize, because they kept calling him Samaritan, the little boy kept calling him Samaritan, and then the more you realize, you see how angry he was getting, how hurt he was, and you're like, why is he acting like this? And then I realized he was a Samaritan. He was Nemesis, and he regretted what he was doing, and he regretted what he did to his brother. He killed the Samaritan, and he regretted it. He regretted what he did to his not just his brother, his equal. And I thought that was really smart. I thought it was fun. I thought it was, a good, fun thing to do and to watch. Um, and then I love the fact that when the other bad guy, the guy who put the Nemesis mask on, being the New Age Nemesis, found out that he was Nemesis. He still didn't back down, and I like even the ending of it. And then how he went and killed everybody and still made it through. Even though what I thought was
Yep.
going to happen, that he was going to overheat, because every time he overheated, he needed ice cream to cool down. I thought he was going to
Mhm.
overheat and blow up the whole place.
The whole,
And the
yeah,
whole building was going to blow up, and that didn't happen. But I thought this was a pretty fun movie. It was,
yeah,
very dark. I think it could have been better, because you could have made this into like a real good movie for, you know, like a movie theater movie. It could have been that, but it was like a shortcut, and it was fine. It was exactly what I thought for a Prime, show. It was fine.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. And reading up on the production history, it's actually funny you mentioned that, because they had made this movie a while back,
yeah.
and there was a big deal with the distribution rights and who was going to put it out and that sort of thing, or who was going to take the rights to it before it ultimately ended up on Amazon Prime. So, but Amazon Prime was a good place for it if they were going to do that. So,
I agree. I thought that was fine. Yeah. All right, but
mm.
since this was a movie, I think we should rate it. And here on the
Oh,
Spoiler Kings, we don't rate the same way everyone else does. We don't give four stars, 5 stars, tens, or anything like that. We rate it now, later, or never. Now means you need to drop everything you do, and go watch it now. Later is more like, well, when you get time, you can stream it. It's fine, whatever. And never means don't ever go see this. You should be shot just for mentioning this movie. So,
just for even
or even thinking about it.
thinking about this movie.
Exactly. Or Billy Madison says we are all now dumber for listening to you. That's what that never means.
Hmm.
But with that being said, what do you think about the Samaritan?
This will be a later. This will be a later. It's nothing you really have to get up and spend money on to watch or rush out to watch. Um, this is strictly a day of boredom, kind of rainy indoors, something to keep yourself entertained. Grab something out of the refrigerator and just pop it on. I'd say it's very much a later, because
Yeah.
as entertained as I was, I wouldn't, it's nothing you need to rush out to go watch.
So, as a person who watches everything, I really do.
Hmm.
I really watch a lot of TV, more than I should. More than I
Hmm.
should. Um, I still even have to give it a later. It was, for me, as with all this comic book heroes and all this stuff. I thought it
Hmm.
was fun. I thought it was a smart movie. Um, but it was, as I said, it was a minute. It's an hour 40 minutes. They didn't go into character development. It didn't go through character arcs. It didn't do all these things. It just kind of was written for a story. Like, here it is. This is what it is. Let's end it. You know, I it's a later. It's a later. It's a good later. It's fine. But it's exactly what you said. On a rainy day, you have nothing to watch. Watch The Samaritan.
Yeah,
It's fun, and who doesn't like a little Stallone in your day?
yeah,
Add a little Stallone to your day. So it's only going to make it better. So why not?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's like
Always good.
add
Stallone's always
a
good
little
for
salt
that.
to your dinner. Just a little salt.
Hmm.
Add a little Stallone to your day. You're good. All right, and then we have Tank's rating.
You
I'm
give
giving
it
it
a
a later.
later.
It was a fun time, nothing crazy, didn't change the genre, but good fighting for an old man. Hey, that's what
Yeah.
Stallone's about. It's always about good
Hmm.
fighting.
Yep. It's nice to see that we all pretty much align with our declaration of watching this later.
Yeah, I mean, I watched it right away as soon as it came out. I still
Yeah.
came to LA. But no, it was fun. I enjoyed it. You know,
Yeah.
but that was our rating for the Samaritan. I still say it was a lot of fun, but let's go on to something different.
Hmm.
All right. So Tank did give us a couple of things, trailers to watch. We're gonna have a couple of trailer reactions later in the show. But I did want to talk about what's it, Disney Plus Day being next Thursday. And actually, I want to bring up something that Derpy was saying earlier. I didn't ignore you. I just wanted to bring it in right now. so, so, so if you're wondering, Derpy, let's see. He said, I expect a Ahsoka teaser, a Mando teaser, and a Little Mermaid teaser.
Good
That's
call.
all really good. I think Marvel's going to have a hand in this.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like you said, I really do feel like, just like you've said many, many times, that we'll get the official announcement for the main cast of the Fantastic Four, or at least who's going to be Reed Richards and Sue Storm
Exactly.
at the
I
very
think we get the
least.
full cast. I'm expecting that.
Mhm.
I expect to see a Ahsoka or a Mando trailer. I don't think we're going to get both. I
Mhm.
also I think we're going to get something that we didn't expect. I think we might even get an announcement that the Orville season 4 is going to happen. I watched the Orville
See,
season 3. I love the Orville season 3 personally. I thought that was the best. It's the best show since I've best type of Star Trek sci-fi show that I've seen in many years. It's better than Picard,
mhm.
and I liked Picard too, season 2. I liked Picard season 1. The Orville was better than that, and it has its own genre. I think they're going to say something about that on Thursday too. And if you don't know, there's a petition out there for the Orville season 4. And I think that's where we're going to get answers for that.
Yeah, crazy how the Orville just evolved the way it did. That's insane. And
Hey, well, who thought
I
Seth,
wasn't.
Seth MacFarlane was going to do this stuff? I mean, who?
I was just about to say that, coming from Seth MacFarlane, who knew?
But
You know.
he's a big fan of sci-fi, and he changed it on the
Mhm.
fly, and he wanted to do it his way, and he went to different streaming services, and I think it's a huge success. I think it's one of the best streaming things I've seen this year. I went through
Yep.
those episodes like it was nothing, like a hot knife through butter. I was
Hmm.
watching all, so I think that's where we're going to get. But I definitely think we're going to get a Fantastic Four announcement. We already know who the director is. I think we're going to get a full cast.
Hmm.
Um, but then I think we're going to focus
Yeah.
on more Disney. But I think definitely Star Wars, especially with Andor coming out. I think we're going to get either Ahsoka or Mandalorian. I don't know if we're going to get both. Um, And then I think the Little Mermaid's a very good call. That Little Mermaid Derpy, that's a very
Yeah.
good call. I think that we might get that too.
I'm interested to see what Melissa McCarthy's going to end up looking like as Ursula, and I'm curious to see if they're going to have her sing "Poor Unfortunate Souls."
Well, I mean, not all those, like the Lion King didn't have a lot of singing in it, which but it was
we
terrible.
we don't we don't we don't talk about that.
Hey,
We don't talk about that line. I'm still pissed off about that spoken word version of "Be Prepared" that they did.
I am the biggest Lion King fan that you will
Hmm.
ever see, ever. Like
Hmm.
I could tell you a story that I'm not going to go to right now, but like even as a teenager, I loved the Lion King. I can probably recite all the words from the beginning, including all the songs, all the way to the end. I've seen it that many times. I've probably seen it maybe just conservatively 150 times. I
Hmm.
hated the live action one. I hated it so much. It was
So
so
bad.
bad. It missed the whole purpose and whole point of the show. The whole point of the Lion King, what it's like the prodigal son was returning. That was the point. It was like a
Yeah.
Bible. It was the Bible story in like lion form. That's what it was. And they lost that whole point of it. And I thought that was so stupid. And it just pissed me off.
Yeah, it was. I still can't believe they made Mufasa's death hilarious in that, with Scar just bitch slapping him off the cliff.
Yeah,
and then just Simba completely emotionless. No, just
like
couldn't.
it was, and then the whole thing with I don't want to say anything about Beyonce, but her acting was not great in
I
that.
will. She cannot act. Stop putting her in things. Stop trying to convince us that she can act. She's a great singer, a great
You're
a
gonna
great
have a
entertainer.
beehive come after you. You gotta watch out. Just can't talk about Beyonce. I've made a mistake and said a few things. I think I'm not even worried about her acting. I just didn't like the fact that they changed the story to try to include her more. There's no need. There's no need. Nyla was great,
It was
great by herself. You didn't have to try to increase her role and make another secondary villain with the hyenas and having a queen there and having a queen bee be against the real queen of the hyenas. There was no need. You're missing the focus of the story, and I think you did that too much.
Yeah, and you'd think Jon Favreau would. He did the Jungle Book, which is the only live action Disney remake that I legitimately liked and can watch over and over.
I didn't hate Aladdin. I didn't hate Aladdin.
I didn't hate Aladdin either.
It's just different.
I thought, just and we talked about the Beauty and the Beast one, which just I think the only good things about that one were Luke Evans and Dan Stevens just carrying that movie on their backs. Pinocchio next week. We'll see. Little Mermaid could be. We'll see.
I think Guillermo del Toro is going to be better.
The Del Toro one
for
just
Pinocchio.
feels a little more. Yeah. Del Toro's version seems a little more inspired.
I think I like the look of it more. I think Aladdin was fun, but not having Robin Williams and having Will Smith. I know Will Smith is it's hard to talk about him right now, but he was the right person at the time to do these movies.
He really was.
This music and change the story. And I liked the story they did, and I didn't mind Aladdin. It's not going to be the same exact story, but it was close enough, and they kept the characters close enough, and that's what I liked.
Yeah,
and the music was good.
You're absolutely right.
How you have a Disney movie without music? Like what?
Exactly. And the other thing I wanted to add. Yeah, and the other thing I wanted to add to that is, Will Smith was never going to be Robin Williams, and he went in knowing that he was never going to be Robin Williams. So he did the thing you were supposed to do. He just made the role his own.
Yeah, and it worked. Instead of going being Robin Williams, he came in being Will Smith, which was good.
Yeah, because Robin Williams was Robin Williams, like dialed up to 100 in that one, and it was no different in this. Will Smith was Will Smith dialed up to 100.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I like that.
But you said Jungle Book is probably the best adaptation.
Yeah.
What did I think about Beauty and the Beast? I mean, Hermione being Belle, because that's basically what happened.
Did you notice how much they auto-tuned her singing voice in that movie?
Look, first of all, understand Harry Potter's still probably my favorite of all, like all the shows, all the worlds. Harry Potter's my favorite thing. Like I have like Dumbledore's wand, I have Voldemort's wand, I have Harry's wand upstairs. I have the whole outfit. Yeah, I'm that guy. So I have no shame in that. I have the sorting hat. I have all those things. So I'm
which cookbook do you have?
I can't remember which one. My friends got it for me for my birthday because they know how much I love it, and they made all the desserts. It was the desserts. So if I end up having a Halloween party this year, I do want to try out butterbeer for everyone. It's difficult. That's all I'm going to say.
Really, it's difficult. Yeah. Checking out some of the recipes, it definitely looks difficult. But yeah, like no disrespect to Emma Watson, whom I've always liked. Like I'm just wondering how if her singing voice was that bad that they had to auto tune it that badly, like they T-pained her.
Hey, T-Pain can sing too.
He
But
can,
over,
but we didn't really know that at the time, right?
that's true. That's true. That's true.
Mm,
Is there anything else that you expect to see for Disney Plus Day?
Disney Plus Day, I'd say I feel like we're gonna get a little more insight as to what whatever this secret Taika Waititi project might be. I think we might get a little more on that. At least like nothing like huge, but I think we're gonna hear something about that. I think we're also gonna get a little more. There's these rumors that they're doing a book two of the book of Boba Fett,
Yep.
which would be which might just be another like Mandalorian season two,
The Mandalorian.
season 3.5
Yeah.
by the time it
Exactly.
comes out.
Exactly.
But yeah, I think there's got to be like some big stuff, like some reveals for Andor, even like with that literally around the corner. There's going to be something for that too.
Yeah. All good points. I
And like
agree.
I said, yeah, like I said, we already are pretty much in agreement about Fantastic Four. I also feel like they're going to do something. They're probably going to confirm like the official confirmation of Deadpool 3 and the official confirmation of probably more street level heroes because they have been kind of wishy-washy and up in the air and tight-lipped about what they're going to do about characters like Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, that sort of thing.
Can you
So
have
I
another
feel
Luke
like,
Cage than Michael Coulter right now? Michael Coulter is Luke Cage now, so I mean, I don't know if you
oh,
can do
absolutely
anything.
not.
It's just like,
No. No. He's just as synonymous with the role as Charlie Cox as Daredevil. So if they do end up incorporating Cage and Jessica Jones, it still needs to be Mike Coulter and Christian Ritter.
I think that it is. I heard it's going to be both of them still coming in, no matter what.
Good.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think we get that. But would you be surprised? That's the last thing I want to say. But would you be surprised if we get a World War Hulk type of thing, or do they wait? Do they wait? I'm just saying because you saw episode 2, Hulk in his spaceship going back to his car. Do we get that, or do they wait to something where it's more just all about Marvel and we get it then? D23, something like that,
I think they could drop it this time. I think they might reveal something about that. I think that there's got to be like an official announcement, at least that they're in the early development stages. You just never know with Kevin Feige.
That's true. That's
So
true.
I'm
We might get
I'm kind of
a show.
yeah,
A
yeah, we
show
might
out
get
of
a
it.
show. Yeah, either or would be good. Oh, also I do think they're gonna do like show something official for the Halloween special for the Marvel Halloween special. They got to show a trailer or something like that, or like a still of if this is going to be Werewolf by Night. I'm really curious to see what the werewolf's going to look like.
Is it going to be funny? Would it be funny that Marvel does better with Disney Plus Day than what DCEU did and all this stuff? Like the Comic
It
Con
would.
with DCEU is worse off than what they did for Disney Plus Day. I mean, I'm just saying,
Mhm.
if they beat them that bad, I don't know what to tell about Warner Brothers. I don't know what to say about DC. I don't know. I don't know what else they could do.
Yeah, they just straight up committed murder, cold blooded murder at Comic Con, and they always do. They always body DC, but like there was some venom behind that.
Venom. That's interesting. You said that because did you see that Spider-Man with the symbiote uniform? I saw that today. I was like, there's a few things.
The one was that the one like the from the video game?
Yep, they're
Oh
talking
yeah,
about
I
that
did.
coming in. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But
Mm.
anything else?
I'd say at this point, man, that's pretty much it.
Okay, let's go on to these trailers. So
Yeah.
here we go. All right, welcome to Spoiler Kings. We're going to do a couple trailers and reactions, and we'll see how this works out. So, doing this without Tank, it's gonna be our first time. So, bear with us. Hopefully, this all works out for us. Plus, my computer doesn't run as fast as his. I don't know if we can even do this. We'll see.
So,
All right.
yes, trailers, right? What do we got today or tonight?
All right. First, we have a Pinocchio, a true story. Whoops. Pinocchio, another Pinocchio, because it's just there wasn't enough already, so we need to have another Pinocchio.
Mhm.
So let's see what we got. Tell me if you can hear it.
Okay. I cannot hear anything.
Can't hear it.
Mm-mm. Yep, still can't hear anything.
Oh, so you guys, so you couldn't hear any of that. You couldn't hear any of
I
that.
couldn't hear it. I
Oh,
couldn't hear anything.
oh, that was only a waste of time. All right, let's do that again.
All right.
Take two. I'll cut that out again. And welcome to the Spoiler Kings. We're going to do a quick movie review. We're gonna do Pinocchio, a true story, a 2022 movie. Do a review on this. So let's stay with me and we'll see how this works. All right, let's see. This works this time.
There
Can you
you
hear it?
go.
Now I can hear it. I can hear it.
You.
I can definitely hear it now.
Leonardo. No, he'd grow up to be a turtle who only cares about pizza. I don't believe my eyes. Your name will be Pinocchio.
Father, when can I leave to be on my own? I've got the whole world to see.
You are too special, Pinocchio. The world is full of people who could harm you.
The timeless story.
Our last few shows barely had any audience.
We just need to come up with a new act.
Ooh, come on!
You thought you knew.
The coach is headed for the cliff. She's gonna fall.
Hold on!
Senorina, alley-oop. Left it.
Are you made of wood? You will become a star, my boy. Ladies and gentlemen, Pinocchio!
It looks like our wooden Romeo is in love with Bella.
Did you seriously think that you and Bella?
There is a fairy. Her name is Lucilda. I'm sure she could turn you into a real boy.
Let's go, Tibbo! Great adventures away!
Take the adventure.
I did want to see the world, but I realized she is the most beautiful thing the world has to offer.
With no strings attached.
Pinocchio is not just a puppet, he's a miracle.
And miracles are priceless.
That went straight over my top.
Featuring the voices of Pauly Shore,
I'm made out of high quality material.
John Heaton,
Pauly Shore.
Look after him at all times.
and Tom Kenny.
I just need you, Pinocchio.
Pinocchio, you'll be a star someday, no doubt.
I don't need another human performer. I need a talking puppet.
We'll put on a show that won't soon forget.
Pinocchio, a true story.
Gotcha.
You've only seen my good side, but now
You'll see my bad side.
Mamma mia.
Brighten up the world.
All right, you go ahead and talk about that.
So that wasn't the Del Toro version, right?
No.
Well,
I'm not even sure what we just watched. I don't know what
it's
thing. I don't even understand, man. What the hell? What was that?
but you know,
Pauly Shore as
Shore.
Pinocchio.
Pauly Shore's Pinocchio.
Oh, and
I-
Pinocchio's in love with a little girl. Oh my gosh, she's the most beautiful thing in the world. Oh my gosh, 3 Pinocchios in 2022.
I'm kind of disappointed he didn't say she's the most beautiful thing in the world. Yeah.
So I thought it was fake. I can't believe it's real. You said LMAO, the weasel. You believe that?
He was the weasel. Buddy.
Buddy.
You know what?
In the world?
I'm not even angry at Pauly. I still have a soft spot for Encino Man. So
That has to be the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. You know, after seeing that, that's like the straight to video movie that you see in Walmart sometimes. That's what that was right there. It's the one that when we are in Blu-rays is like the VHS. They're still in Walmart, right? That's what that was. And I am in awe that we just had to watch that. What the hell? We watched all 3 Pinocchios now. We have now did a trailer reaction to all 3 Pinocchios.
yeah, it wasn't quite Munsters level bad for me in terms of the trailer.
Yeah, it was.
But you know, it was one of those. Yeah, it just somebody actually made that, and they
I'm sorry.
John Heater just how the mighty have fallen. You know,
A goofy movie. Leaning Tower of Cheese.
she's
Oh, Pauly Shore. Who decided to do that? Pauly Shore as Pinocchio. What? You know what? Okay, whatever. I'm not even mad.
not even mad. He's getting work. You know, so
Exactly.
more power to him.
Hey,
Not even mad. Not even mad.
you know what? I have nothing else to say.
Me neither.
Let's do another trailer reaction because I'm
Let's
done
go.
with this.
Let's go. Let's do it.
And welcome back to Spoiler Kings. We just watched Pinocchio, so now we're gonna go see something else. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, the official trailer.
Been meaning to watch this one.
It's about to happen.
Mm-hmm.
You ready?
I am ready.
All
Let's go.
right, here we go. It went feral.
Come on.
Mhm. Well, that was something.
It was something. So, what do you think?
Definitely an entertaining premise for a slasher movie. You know, now they got to go after harmless, just pure things from my childhood and make them into murderers.
Next thing you know,
You
lamb
know.
chop.
Well,
This time we're serious.
Lamb
What?
Yeah.
What? Killer lambs.
Oh,
Silence of the Lamb
It's-
with lamb chop. I just did it for you guys. Silence of the Lamb, lamb chop.
you probably just sold someone an idea that they're going to make a script out of. So hats off to that.
What Tank says.
But yeah,
Worst costumes.
worst costume.
Ever. No, it was the
You're
worst
not
trailer
wrong.
ever. I
Yeah.
don't understand anything. It's a full trailer. I have no clue what the F is happening and what's the point of this entire movie is. I have no clue. It made no sense. I literally feel like I wasted a minute and 40 seconds of my life that I'm never going to get back because I still have no clue what's going on.
Mhm.
And not in a good way. Not like when I was watching the Thor trailer, I was like, oh, good. I don't know what's happening. No, I don't. It was just random things just being shown. Random just pictures. I don't understand anything.
Exactly. Like,
I think there's a longer trailer. For what? To tell us, it didn't tell any story. Even with a longer trailer, I mean, nothing. No story. They just were just randomly just throwing pictures up there, and it'd be in a dark house, and guy coming to kill people with Piglet.
Mm-hmm.
It literally looked like me and you, Brandon. It looked like me and you doing it. And it looked like we were filmed on StreamYard while doing that.
Pretty much, yeah. It's, and I wonder. Yeah, this looks like some late night Sci-Fi Channel type stuff. You know,
not even a good Sci-Fi
like,
Channel. This is like late night.
Not even the good one.
Mm-hmm. That's funny. I'm 100% in with you.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one, man.
I am. It was terrible. If you wanted my reaction, it was terrible. Don't go see it.
Yep.
This is going to be a never. You know, we don't do a lot of nevers on our rating scales. This is going to be a never. I can see. I can feel it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm literally. I feel like what I'm going to do is I'm going to watch the movie and then I'm going to come back to you guys. And I'm going to give the entire Billy Madison speech.
Mm-hmm.
No. At no point in time in that incoherent rambling was there even a
rambling.
A concept, a thought that was clear. We were awarded no points. And may God have mercy on your
Have
soul.
mercy on your soul.
Like I'm gonna memorize the whole thing and just give that entire soliloquy. That was terrible.
I like that. I like that. But yeah, those are my thoughts on that one, man. I'm not sure what else needs to be said in that regard.
I don't think it's worth saying anything else. So
Same.
Let's go ahead and end that right there.
For sure.
All right. You got anything else to talk about tonight?
That's it for me, man. I'd say that's about it.
Yeah, after watching that last trailer, all I can say is
stop it. Get some help.
That's all I got.
I like it.
Well, let's take this last 3 minutes to say once again to our fearless leader, Tank, good luck. You guys are awesome. I'm hoping for nothing but the greatest night ever, and I'm praying for a quick delivery, and hope it's not, mine was a long time. I'm hoping that this will be a quick one and that you guys could just be able to enjoy, and it's a great miracle, and just cherish all these memories, man. So for me, you guys want to say, enjoy it. And thank you for bringing us all together, and we're going to try to do you proud. I'll even cut up some of these shows tonight just because of you.
we owe it all to you, Tank. Best of luck. Like I said, hope everything runs smoothly and as easily as possible. Said, man, we wouldn't be here chatting if it wasn't for you, dude. You're the mastermind. So, just nothing but the best luck for you two, and that everything goes smooth.
All right. For me, Brandon, Derpy, of course, Tank. I don't want to forget Andy. Just want to say thank you, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for hanging in with us, because we're trying to figure out all these things that we usually have, the best guy, the best producer, best everything to do it, but then we're figuring it all out on ourselves. So thank you for being patient with us, and we'll let the last thing come from Tank. Appreciate you guys. Thank you guys. We appreciate you guys. We appreciate you, Tank. Thank you guys, and we'll see you again on Monday.
See you guys.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. We're out here.